Ladies and gentlemen, here we go with our next match of the night. This one will be in the men's middleweight division at 95 kilograms. To be contested over 5 rounds of arm wrestling here at East versus West 18. One of these athletes who I'm about to introduce to you now is by no means inexperienced in the game of iron arms, but tonight he will take his bow and make his debut here in the East versus West promotion. Ladies and gentlemen, this man is a heavy, hard and fast hitter representing the frozen north of Canada. Please welcome to East versus West, the Hitman Alan Ford! Ladies and gentlemen, the Hitman Alan Ford is hyped and ready. He waits at the table for the introduction of his opponent. And the man from Canada may need his hit because the United States of America has rolled out a hard-hooking welcoming committee. He is making his return to the East versus West after a successful debut, and he's come to cement his next stride forward. Ladies and gentlemen, representing South Carolina, USA, welcome Ryan Belanger!
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. The United States of America being represented here against the great nation of Canada, Alan Ford. No stranger to international competition. I can tell you right now, Ryan Bowen, these two guys can give you all that you could handle. If I was you, I would pay close attention to these two guys.
I have no doubt, Travis, as we can see here, the setup's ready to go. We've got Alan on the right of screen, the Hitman Ford. And you can see that high knuckle position there from Ryan Belanger as well. Both guys respecting each other here. Let's see, oh, great start, but early. Alan testing a bit out there, Ryan returning some serve as well.
When it comes to the United States of America, there is a shining example of amazing arm wrestling happening in the great state of South Carolina. On the stage right now, you'll see in the corner of Ryan, the great Matt Harris, along with Chad Silvers. We both know that's where Todd Zilla made his name for himself, where he honed his skill level right there in South Carolina. And from the looks of round one, Ryan has an awful strong arm that he has brought to the city of Chicago.
Yeah, and of course, Alan on the other side, the Hitman as he's known. Watch for the aggressive start. Oh, but he's curled right in there, Ryan Belanger. Good signs, but a foul there again. Alan Ford still just feeling things out at the moment, talking there with the wild horse Matt Mask, we can see in the corner there. 35 years experience has Alan Ford. He has been around the block a few times in the arm wrestling world. Overdue for this East vs. West debut.
You have one warning.
Every once in a while, Ryan, you get slapped in the face. Just now with some information. This dude's got a strong arm here at the arm wrestling table. The United States of America, if you're in the house, make some noise for Ryan. Let's go!
Oh, but it's Alan Ford. Beautiful start, but there's a foul called. Both guys now, on one occasion, each getting dominant position and then the elbow foul catching up to them. Ryan Belanger the first time. Alan Ford there with a beautiful top roll, taking the wrist of Ryan Belanger almost to the pad, but an elbow foul. 1-1 now on the fouls, Travis.
Yeah, and that was a great full hand top roll. I think that little presentation of U.S. arm wrestling ran right through Alan Ford's brain, and he is ready to go.
He took it, ran with it. But
Alan Ford is a tremendous arm wrestler, and don't let the looks fool you. This guy's bigger than you think and a lot stronger.
I think we're going to get a slip to the straps here now. Both these guys not wanting to lose on fouls at this point of the night.
Go!
But no, Ryan Belanger holds on and gets that shoulder jam forward. Hand control from Alan Ford, and we are off to the straps, Travis.
I'm not sure that's the greatest thing to do, to hold on to this long top rolling outside move, but it just shows you how strong the South Carolina's arm is in this match. Alan Ford looking strong. We'll see now, all strapped up and know where to go. The arm strength still, in my opinion, maybe it's just the home cooking of my fellow American, but I'm still in the corner.
Well, whenever I see a hooker hold on out of straps, it tells you he's confident.
Or at least he thought that he was way stronger, because there's no really reason to hold on there past 10 o'clock. Now, in the strap, we'll see everything that we want to know. Will the connection be suitable for the long top roller to stay outside, or will the arm strength become very evident? And it looks to me like we are not. We are all strapped up and ready to go. Here we go, round one.
Nice position there from Ryan Belanger. You can see the shoulders coming forward. The knuckles are high. He's going to look to supinate off the go. Watch for Alan Ford to try to take the wrist. He'll drag back with back pressure and look. There's the good top roll, but this time Ryan Belanger has stopped it. A good couple of inches off the pad, and now he starts to work. He looks to find position, but more hand control from Alan Ford at the moment, but he's just got to work away how to get a pin. Ryan Belanger not panicking at this stage. He's trying to work out how to get back to center, get his shoulder right behind. The bicep now.
We got a match here. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen.
Alan Ford with hand control. Big words there from Ryan Belanger. He says, you can't pin me. Here comes the shoulder as it's creeping forward. More hand height. Oh, no, we've got a foul. Let it run, Travis. Let it run.
Here we go. Maybe one of these times we will introduce that running foul to the system, but make no mistake about it, we have a war on our hands. A tremendous top roll against a very, very stubborn hook, regardless, with the hand or without it. Ryan is here to put up a fight.
Yeah, now right now, if we look at the positions that we just had balance in, this is going to be a battle of Alan Ford trying not to gas out in his bicep, and it's going to be Ryan Belanger trying not to gas out in his shoulder. And
it's going to take a lot of heart and a lot of commitment from the American, but he is suited. He is in a perfect situation. Any sort of mistake, any hand-to-hand combat, if that wrist touches each other, I am sure the American has the arm strength to get the job done.
How long can he do it with his wrist back, though? That's a question. But we do see already big fatigue in Alan Ford as well.
100%. Alan Ford just shook out that right hand, that right leg. I had a little hamstring problem here in the middle of a match. So that just goes to show you, these guys are working hard. Alan Ford, super experienced arm wrestler. He's not going to go down without a fight. He's going to remain outside, work that lever as hard as he can. How long can the American hold on? How much juice does this guy have? The training is serious in South Carolina. These guys meet every Sunday around 1 o'clock, and I went there twice, yet to win one match at practice, Ryan.
All right, let's have a look at the details here of this setup because both these guys very much 50-50 in this match. Although Ryan Belanger is ahead on the scoreboard, it is still anyone's game. Alan Ford, you can see that straight wrist is not quite a low hand top roll, but you can see that lower arm angle. He's going to explode up with pronation, try to take the hand of Ryan Belanger. And Ryan at this stage is thinking about probably, do I hold on, do I slip? It looks like he's considering trying to hold on for just a moment. And there's the flop slip underneath, straight back to the strap, Travis.
That was intentional.
100%, and you see the positioning there, the hand and wrist totally being sacrificed in order to get to the straps. Have to be careful there. Once your opponent knows that you are 100% going to slip underneath, that's when their posture can change at times. You'll see, if we can see out of the strap, Alan Ford maybe standing up a little taller. Once he starts leaning forward out of that strap, he's gonna try to sneak in one of those wins here because he understands the commitment and the strap that's needed for the American.
Absolutely. Now, here we go. The moment of truth is about to start. We're in the strap. Alan Ford, look for him to take the hand and wrist. Look for that shoulder and the side pressure from Ryan Belanger. Here we go. Referee getting them set.
Don't move. Go!
And we're away. Alan Ford gets that hand back once again, but Ryan Belanger with another successful stop. Elbows staying on the pad at the moment. Alan Ford trying to position to that press. You can see him climbing and getting behind it, but no panic yet from Ryan Belanger. There's the side pressure attack, and we've got an elbow foul on Ryan Belanger.
Ladies and gentlemen, a master class of in-match adjustments there from Alan Ford. You saw the full hand top roll, not quite enough there to make the pin, and then the surgeon, right? You see the elbow coming forward, the re-grip. He almost was setting up a potential wall that was going to make it really hard for Ryan to pull through.
It forced Ryan to have to go sideways early, and to his own detriment. Probably the elbow, the hand and wrist started to fatigue a little bit more, but Alan's, as you said, Alan's positioning really, really technical and high-level stuff there. I feel like right now, it's the pendulum slightly swinging toward Alan, but let's see. This match is going to go back and forth.
Unfortunately, I have those same emotions going through my body, and now we must check the gas tank of the South Carolina native. Can he do this all day with that wrist back? It's not bad. He has to be careful during the repositioning that he keeps pressure on. He cannot allow Alan's shoulder to come forward without moving the hand and wrist to the pad.
Much better position from Ryan this time. He's got the back pressure engaged, and that's opening up the bicep. He's tucking his shoulder. He's tucking his elbow down into his lats, and they're preventing Alan Ford from getting the position he wants. But Alan is creeping his shoulder behind. The foot goes up now, and Ryan Belanger tries to get side pressure. But Alan Ford, look at that. Beautiful triangulation of the bones there, and it is 1-1. Very
Not
impressive.
only is it 1-1, but it has definitely you feel it in the whole room, right? The Canadians got their chest up in the air. I can see them now, boy. They're going to try to take over this whole arena.
It feels fucking great.
Yeah, so if you're in Ryan Belanger's situation right now, you start to think about, okay, what are the battles that I'm losing, and can I give them away and trade it for something else?
And this is where it'll be real interesting to see, does Alan let Ryan in the straps easy here in round 3? Yeah. Don't be surprised if the Canadian starts to look a little more aggressive, leaning forward and not letting that hand separate and get to those straps. This is a very scary place for the young man.
Climb 2-3 times, get your shoulder in behind, it's game over.
Yeah, we can hear the advice there from the corner, from Matt Mast there.
Nope.
It says hit 1 or 2 times, then get the shoulder behind and finish it. The game plan is there for Alan Ford. He's executed it. He knows where he's got to go. He's clear in his mind. Now, the pressure's really on Ryan Belanger to find a way. Does he dump his wrist and commit his shoulder harder? Or does he fight for hand like he has so far? One.
You guys want to start in the strap?
Got the offer there.
It's your choice.
Are you allowed to intentional slip?
All the slip is... All slips go into a strap. You guys want to start in the strap?
I'm fine in the strap.
Do you want the strap?
Up you? Yeah.
You go in the stuff all the time.
Okay, they have elected to the strap there. You see Alan Ford a little hesitant at first, but accepting it. That's a sign that he realizes this match is hard to do, and he just prefer to get it done.
Still down.
He was looking for some guidance from his corner, did not get any from the Canadians over there. They're simply, go right to the straps, you're the man. It goes to show you, not a lot of strategy up in the north there, Ryan. Much more horsepower up there, not a lot of head work.
So buckle side now on Alan Ford's hand. That is going to be a slight advantage in this situation for Ryan Belanger. Slightly harder to top roll when you get tied down with the buckle. Ryan Belanger here, look at it, he's loading his shoulder quite aggressively. I think we're going to see him really commit forward. Maybe a flop rest even coming here, but Alan Ford, watch him explode sideways. Okay, good engagement from Ryan Belanger. Center table this time, but the wrist has gone back. Timing work now from Alan Ford. And Ryan Belanger, you can see him trying to prop his shoulder behind. He's trying to be the first man to get to the press. Alan Ford trying to get behind his shoulder as well. This interesting match here. Ryan Belanger is going to get turned into a hook here. And Alan Ford's in a great position where he's now in that high hook position. Adds the side pressure. Beautiful work once again, Alan Ford.
One foul.
But one foul. That's a Canadian foul, that one.
What the fuck?
I don't know what it was.
That is a good call. The left hand did come off the peg during the pin, but there's no mistake about it. In the strap, out of the strap, does not matter. Alan Ford is technically sound here in the Chicagoland area. He has been waiting for this opportunity. East versus West 18, Alan Ford is killing it.
Put the strap on, gentlemen.
Let's have a listen to these athletes now as they're breathing heavy. Alan Ford, a little frustrated.
Don't fool. Don't fight with me.
I'm not trying.
I know it's not.
Alan, you have one foul.
Yep.
A deep breathing there from both athletes. Alan Ford, you can see, separating from the table during the strap application. Classic sort of John Brzenk style strap application there. Ryan Belanger needs to get his shoulder behind. You can see he realizes the task at hand. He's got to be the first person to get to the press.
You're dumping back. That's not legally.
Alan Ford, though,
right there.
widening the gap when it comes to the physical. Here's the start. Alan Ford with the hand control. Ryan Belanger, side pressure. Wrist has gone back. But elbow foul there. Ryan Belanger dragging off the back.
Open up. We're just going to tighten it, guys.
If we're looking for a silver lining there, it's the center of the table. Ryan, much better there, keeping Alan's hand and his wrist in the center of the table. Once you see that hand get on Alan's side of the table, there is so easy for him to transition and push. Ryan has to keep the hand and wrist in the center or on his side of the table. And I smell a tiny bit of home cooking in here. If you reside in the United States of America, make some noise for Ryan.
One warning, one foul. Let's not end this great match on fouls, guys.
Let's get behind him. USA in the house. Ryan Belanger, everything you got, young man.
Don't move.
Go!
And there's the hand control once again to Alan Ford. Ryan Belanger in a decent position. He's got to be the first man to press. He's got to get brave and get that shoulder behind. But Alan Ford in control at the moment. Good side pressure there. Ryan Belanger in a good position. He's going all in, but Alan Ford looking comfortable. He says not yet today. Ryan Belanger, Alan Ford locked in a side pressure battle. Alan Ford climbing. Elbow foul. That's the second one.
Yeah, I know.
Big effort there from Ryan Belanger, but good technical blocking there from Alan Ford. Second foul and the win.
Every time you know where he's coming. He's got one fucking option right now, and he's trying to lay on your fucking.
2 to 1.
Right? Yes.
The last move that I did was really good.
Yes, you gotta watch. Push that elbow forward. Every time he slays you out here, instead of trying to drag him back, push that elbow forward. Make him drive your arm into a fucking post.
Hold my arm, please.
Make your arm a fucking pillar.
Hold my arm up.
Yeah. Your arm, dude, your arm doesn't feel nothing.
Okay.
You feel
No, it's pretty numb.
No, you feel nothing. How's it feel? How's your arm feel?
Well, like nothing.
Fucking good, right? You got fucking 6 more matches left in you, bud. 6 more fucking matches.
I got nothing. A lot of fucking breathing heavy.
Just a fucking
Let's go.
Hey, oh, you, man.
All right, Alan Ford up 2-1 now with some good technical arm
Come in
wrestling.
behind your fucking arm with your shoulder, and you're gonna press his ass right to the fucking pad.
You can hear Matt Mars there.
You gonna what? Say that again?
Pretty clean advice.
Fucking commit your fucking shoulder.
That last one I
more.
didn't do on purpose.
Post your fucking arm up.
I was trying to get
drive him over, climb.
lower
press
than
his
pin
ass
pad in my
to the
elbow.
fucking pad, okay? She's all
I
you,
can't
bud.
feel shit.
Ryan Belanger
Right
unable
now,
to
you
feel
feel
the
good,
arm.
You feel nothing. Your arm's
A lot of
saying, I want
fatigue in
fucking
that man.
more of it. So go fucking give it to him.
All right, here we go, Travis. 2-1 Alan Ford at the moment. 1 win away from securing a victory on his
Yeah.
debut. Electing to go straight to the straps once again.
Step grip.
That's up to you guys. You guys want a ref grip? We can.
What? Yeah.
He asked.
I mean, there's
You
no
don't
point. I
have to.
can't.
You do not have to. It's your
Ref's
choice.
grip. There's movement in the foul. Is one.
No warning.
One warning. I don't know. Set grip he wants?
Once you go on rev script, your rev script.
Well, yeah, there's that.
No, what,
You got somewhere to be. Don't you have somewhere to
He
be?
wants to be in the
Right here he needs to be.
Are we doing a referee's grip, Alan? It's your choice.
No, I don't think it's a
Okay,
point
get
right
your grip.
now. I can't even close my fingers.
All right,
He
a lot
can't
of,
close his
He
hand. What
needs
does that
somebody
mean?
to close his fingers, not just for this, yeah?
Take your peg. Okay, close your hand.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go.
have to
The
close your
score 2-1 in favor
Rotate with
of
me.
Alan
Right there.
Ford
Bring your shoulder
on
in.
your
A little
left.
bit of wrist, Alan. Don't move. Go!
and we're back in that same position once again. Alan Ford, elbow
I
foul.
need chalk on there.
The sweaty elbows there. Alan's in a good position, but takes the foul.
Slippery as fuck.
Do you need this? Do you need this?
Where's mine?
Open up.
Ryan Belanger hanging on by a thread here. Not out of this match yet, Travis.
Get your grip.
Yeah, the American's
Alan, one
still
foul.
putting on a fight here, Ryan. He's
Shoulder.
not going to go down with swinging.
Go!
Here we go, another hit. But look at the beautiful posture. Alan Ford with tremendous height advantage. And now you'll see the re-grip, the working of the elbow, and ultimately that right shoulder will come crashing down right on the hand.
Watch your arm! Watch your arm! Watch your arm!
Alan Ford in hand control, but absolute all in from. Oh, it's coming through. Here we go. Second elbow foul. Ryan Belanger makes some noise. He has dug that out of nowhere. Wow.
USA! Here we go!
Can you believe that? Ryan Belanger has, against all odds, come through.
Don't ever let up. Keep your shoulder close to your arm.
Well.
Don't let up. The motherfucker's gonna move.
Are you sure?
Travis, sometimes we see people go into some dangerous positions. Ryan Belanger just said, I don't care if my arm's going to break. I am pressing through. Amazing.
The
amazing.
Canadians,
Hold my arm up.
the Canadians are in an uproar over there in the corner. What is Matt Mass doing?
Alan Ford
Get
thought
Matt's off the stage. Jody Laird and Matt,
Alan Ford he had everything
they're
wrapped up.
unhinged over there in the corner. Security, security.
Travis, Alan Ford thought he had everything wrapped up. We all thought he had everything wrapped up. He achieved the position he needed. It was just going to be a matter of waiting it out. But Ryan Belanger had other ideas. He said, I don't care about my body. I'm going all in. If my arm breaks, it breaks. If it doesn't, I'm going to pin him.
Rarely at this level of competition do you hear the referee telling the athlete, keep your eyes on your hands.
The referee was genuinely scared for Ryan Belanger's arm there.
Definitely have a good team.
Deep break arm position, but commitment beyond anything
Only
else.
one Canadian at a time over here, please.
felt comfortable. You were sitting there. You let him.
You win?
And the room is buzzing now as it's 2-2.
His elbow didn't come off? It was at the same time, yeah. I know my elbow came
All right, this match. What an epic second round match this is at East vs West 18.
This is it.
It all comes down to this final round. Alan Ford, Ryan Belanger. Who's going to dig deep?
Rock and go, boy. Ain't no walking apart, though. Sure. There's no walking apart, though.
Straight to the strap, Travis.
You guys are having a great match. Let me in here.
We just say we both the fucking man.
Who's got the momentum now, Travis? You still think that Alan's got more energy, but the heart, the momentum is with Ryan Belanger all of a sudden.
Well, you would wonder why anyone would put forth so much effort in an absolute impossible situation. But now, there you understand that with enough heart, with enough dedication, the job can actually get done. Here we go. What a fantastic start to East vs West 18. Alan Ford and Ryan Belanger putting on a clinic. Whatever it takes. Go!
And there's the star, Alan Ford, head control. Ryan Belanger sets into that side pressure. Side pressure against bicep. Here we go. Alan Ford breathing deeply, waiting for the time to get that shoulder behind. Who gets to be the first man to get into the press? Here comes Ryan Belanger. But no, it's an elbow foul. Elbow foul on Ryan Belanger. He can taste it. He can taste it, Travis.
It was happening. It was about to happen. The American was about to finish the match. This is so close, Ryan Bowen.
Yeah,
who's it gonna be?
One foul.
Absolutely beautiful levels of fatigue here. Both guys are running out of fuel simultaneously.
Here we go.
Center.
Let him hear you, USA.
Oh! The explosive start from Ryan Belanger almost gets the flash pin, but Alan Ford catches it and brings it back to center. Alan Ford, Ryan Belanger locked, center table. Here comes Ryan Belanger. There it is.
USA! 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 USA!
And there is the win. Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise. Wow.
Good job,
What a match. What a match. Ryan Belanger, Alan Ford, take a bow. That is epic arm wrestling. USA's Ryan Belanger at the death there. Look at the replay. Alan Ford tries to get the side pressure, but Ryan Belanger, commitment. Well done.
Ladies and gentlemen, get on your feet and show your love for an outstanding win from Ryan Belanger. USA, baby!
I can't even pull my shorts.
Ladies and gentlemen, Chicago, and everybody watching at home, can you feel that? I am here with Ryan Belanger, who may be having a mild heart attack. That was absolutely unbelievable. Have you got your breath back yet?
Levan, I need the oxygen, brother. Oh,
I'm just kidding.
oh, man, what a match. Alan's a hell of a competitor. We were both kind of going back and forth. Oh, God. Hey, God is the reason I won this right here.
Hey, there's nothing better than fire versus ice, and that thing was absolutely ridiculous. He was trying to light you up early, had incredible pace, but he stayed on that brack. He stayed on that same attacking lane, and you wore him down. It was a little bit tortoise in the hair. Was there a point in there that you knew you had it won?
No. when I came back up top, was able to spin around at the last pin, I knew then. But first round, my hand was gone.
We saw you starting to talk to him in the middle rounds there, trying to play those head games. And the very next hit, he got you palmed up, and it may have been your worst round. It was an absolute seesaw.
Well, sometimes you got to talk yourself into it, right? But that's all I was trying to do whenever I talk junk. Is just trying to get myself psyched up. So.
Well, you know, it's funny. We were talking on the ride from the airport, remember the other day in the rainstorm, and we talked about your debut here and the fact that you ran through your opponent, and that's great. But nobody really remembers that match. I don't think anybody in this arena is going to forget that one. What do you think, guys? Another win. 2 on the board. You're looking around this division, it is hammered full of talent. When the arm goes down and the pump has gone away and you're back in training, who's next, Ryan Belanger?
I'm going to sound like a broken record, but I'd like to do that deep inside with Sasha or whoever Engen thinks is best.
Ladies and gentlemen, massive round of applause for America's own, Carolina Chaos' own, Ryan Belanger.